Hello YouTubers, this is Joshua 13198 here,
Atomic Wolf.
And this is the part 2 of our exclusive shining plated gold versions of Burning Gundam and Master Gundam. Now I know these guys look a little bit different from how they looked in the box, if you could see them in the box. If you couldn't see them, he had his red hands and he had his purple hands. Now they've got their gray hands in, and his are flat, kind of karate chop hands, and his are fist hands where he can hold his beam sabers that he has 2 of. I know this is bent and this one is bent too. I'm gonna straighten them out later. But first, let's get started. So we're gonna get started with Mr. Dual Wielding Beam Saber guy here, Burning Gundam. And with Burning Gundam, he wasn't my favorite out of the set. I like Master Gundam, but oh well. The articulation, he can move his shoulder. He could do the full 360, but the backpack he's got hinders that. And his skirt kind of does too, just rubbing wise. That glare though, his shoulder can go about that far out. If you bend the arm, he's got elbow articulation. He's got a bicep swivel, and he's got wrist swivel. He also has hip and ankle movement. The hip is not on a ball joint, but it's like a composite ball joint where it's like he can move it forward and back and in and out. Except it's not a ball joint. The ankle is ball jointed, but limited posability wise. There's no hip. Oh wow, actually there is hip movement. Slight hip movement. By slight, I mean like it literally just wiggles back and forth. I don't even think that's supposed to be hip movement. But anyways, nope. Anyways, and he's even got a little bit of articulation in his cups, and in his cuffs, on his ankles, his leg warmers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, his backpack, actually no, I'm going to go into the gimmicks towards the end. His neck moves like that, but that's because it gets hindered on some of the stuff, on some of the kibble, on his chest, as you can see. And I don't understand where it catches, but hey, I'm not going to break the toy. He's got all this was already put into him. It's all painted in or put into him, which, hey, that's work for me. But tomorrow, I will be getting and starting to work on the other guys that I'm hopefully getting. If they come tomorrow. I hope they do. But yeah, let's go on to Master Gundam here, who is right here with his slappy karate chop hands. Sorry. Yeah, he's got basically the same articulation as Burning Gundam. The only difference is he can move his head just a little bit more to the left without trying to break anything. There's not much in difference, like I was saying, in articulation wise. But as you can see, one of the big differences is the head and the body and the whole guy. He's completely different. But yeah, I can't really say why I like Master Gundam over Burning Gundam. I think it's just these builds, the SD builds, that I like Master Gundam over Burning Gundam. I think it's because of the bigger shoulders and the bigger legs. He just looks a little bit more bulkier. And that's just me. That's just what I like. I like the bulkier guys. You want to fight about it? But anyways, yes, that was the guy from Family Guy. The short, redheaded guy that nobody really likes, and he wants to fight everybody. Anyways, but yeah, my hands are back. They're here. But yeah, his head moves, and yeah, there's not really much I can say. He's shiny. The body's completely different build to Master Gundam, to Burning Gundam. He's got little foot spikes, which you wouldn't want to be impaled on. He's got a little bit more up and down movement with his leg, not as much side to side. Actually, I think he's got more side to side than than Burning Gundam. But anyways, yeah, his little Shaolin stance, I guess you can say. Or he can be like Mantis style, if I can get his hand over. And they just aren't bent over. But anyways, I think there's another, it's Spear Fist or something. Or Spear Hand, I don't know. But yeah, he can like, what's cool with these hands, you can make him seem like he's not trying, he's like covering his ears. If I can get him in the pose. I just had him in this like 5 seconds ago. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you. Kind of thing going on. I mean, it's all good. But yeah, we're going to go back to Burning Gundam really quick. And we're going to look at some of his gimmicks. And then we're going to look at some of Master Gundam's gimmicks. Now, Burning Gundam's gimmicks are fairly similar to Master Gundam. A couple well, I guess the only gimmick is very similar to Master Gundam's gimmick. And as you can see, his hands are the orangey red hands, which on the box they show up as flat orange. I wonder if that's like a misprint or the camera they were using just didn't get it correctly. Whatever. Sorry. Doing something off camera really quick, guys, and trying to not knock over Burning Gundam, but I did anyways. His hands are molded as like open hands or like Spocky hands, and I think it's kind of funny. He's like, I'm from the planet Vulcan, we come in peace, yo yo, West Side. Even though those aren't West Side fingers, the middle finger and the index finger. Anyways, that lets you guys know we're in America, and if our accents couldn't tell, if you couldn't tell by how well we speak English, well, not British English, but English, yeah. Our American accents. We're not British, even though that's not British, that's more of a Schwarzenegger. Anyways, yeah, his gimmick is, you come around to the back and you press this little lever. His wings open. They do. You mean, no, they opened. Yeah, they open. And he's got another little gimmick, which, I mean, it goes off, it went off before, or when I pressed the wings down, but I closed it just so I can show you the pose. Basically, Burning Gundam's gonna have his hands kind of like this in front of his chest, and I think you already know what's gonna happen. If you don't, then, well, you're getting ready to find out. His chest opens and he looks at you. He knows that you're sleeping. He knows when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. Like literally, I'll have his head over there. He sees you. It's because the little cap here catches on the little goatee right there and makes him look over. But yeah, he can charge up his chest and shoot a fire beam out of his chest. And that's what kind of goes down like that. And the same goes for Master Gundam here. With Master Gundam, he's got his purpley hands, and they're like more like grabbing hands, or like shasha hands, like he'd scratch you or something, like he's a big kitty cat, meow, scratchy hands. Yeah, that's what he can do. And sorry, his wing was starting to come off. He puts out his wings, and like when he first had these down, he can stand just fine. You get these things out, and he falls. Like, there's no standing in him. You can lean him forwards like that, like he's getting ready to like fart and blow a huge turd out of his butt, or he's getting ready to run or something, and that's the only way he can stand with his wings. And I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna pose him like that, unless you get like one of those action stands, but I don't think this is supported by an action stand. No, it's not. So you're gonna have to get some way, if you want his wings to be out, to be hanging out. Both of them can have their backpacks come off, but only Master Gundam can, like, he can still keep his backpack on, and all you've got to do is take off the wings. So see, he's still got it on, and wings are right here. But you can take the backpack completely off, as you can see. And yeah, I'm just going to put the backpack back on. I mean, to me it's kind of like I don't even understand why they don't let you put the backpack, like, they don't let you swap the backpacks at all. They're two completely different, like, ports or slots or whatever you want to call it. And you can't swap hands. The ball joint on him is bigger than the ball joint on Master Gundam, or Burning Gundam, I'm sorry. And I should have said this a little bit ago. When you have him in this mode, when you open up his wings, and his chest opens up, that's considered his hyper mode. I don't know anything hyper about it. He just seems to sit around and fall on his butt. He just seems to sit around when it's open. I haven't seen him been hyper at all, so yeah. His ankles are loose. I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyways, there's not really much to say. They can kind of shake hands, so I'm gonna get his hand out and bring Master Gundam in here and have one of his wings deploy. And they can truce. Yeah, bruh, we good now. It's all good. Bring in for a kiss. What? I'm kidding. Yeah, they can shake hands. See, we're the good friends now. Portraying face scratch and impale him on his foot spike. That really looks dirty. Yeah. So this Master Gundam here and his alternate hands and his hyper mode. And let's put, I guess you can call this hyper mode. For Burning. See, look it. I guess they're enemies. I can't remember. I haven't watched the show in forever. I'm actually pretty sure they are enemies. But yeah. I guess you can say they're bowing to you. And goodbye. Or saying goodbye, I guess. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be picking up the Phoenix buildable Gundam, and I will be also the Phoenix Unicorn Gundam, and I will also have the full armor Unicorn Gundam tomorrow. Atomic Wool and I are gonna build them, and we're probably gonna do one review at a time. We're gonna do the box review, and yeah. So this has been Joshua 13198 and Burning Gundam and Master Gundam and
Atomic Wool
here, and we're saying goodbye. So yeah, bye-bye.
Goodbye.